working for you in the spirit of Arkansas. This is Channel 7 News. Good Morning Arkansas.
Eye Injury Prevention Month. That's right. Most people believe that eye injuries are almost common on the job and at factories and construction sites. You know, for example, a survey was conducted. Listen to this. The American Academy of the Society of Ocular Trauma said nearly half of all eye injuries occurred at home, not at work. Most people think it's at work or something like that. Nope. Not the case. Dr. Dan Hennessey is joining us this morning with tips on avoiding eye injuries. We'll talk with him in just a little bit. At your house is the main thing. I mean, who'd have thought danger like that in your own home?
Well, and kids running with things and all that kind of stuff.
It's scary.
Some prevention coming up.
Dr. Dan Hennessey with the Little Rock Eye Clinic here this morning, offering some tips on Injury Prevention Month. It is Eye Injury Prevention Month, October is, and I want to thank you for coming in, talking a little about a few things that people don't think of, which one study was done that says that there are almost nearly half as many injuries at home than in the workplace when most people think.
That's correct. The study showed that some 45%, I believe, of injuries occur in the home. They typically occur in three main categories. That would be household chemical injuries, yard work injuries, and then kind of home improvement projects.
Now, when you talk about, let's say chemical injuries in the kitchen, just like spraying a chemical maybe in your eye on accident.
Having the nozzle.
Oh, man, that would be the worst. Yeah, because it's really your own fault, and you feel like, what am I thinking?
Right.
But sometimes those things can happen when they get stuck and the trigger gets jammed, right?
Yeah, so nozzle pointed in the wrong direction, a splash while cleaning a toilet bowl, oven cleaner that splashes into your eye, or you wipe it.
And then you think about, when you're cooking, if you're cooking bacon, as simple as that, the grease is popping everywhere, it could get in your eye.
It can. I don't think I can convince anybody to wear safety glasses while they're cooking bacon, but maybe a splatter guard over the pan.
Okay, very nice. And then we're talking about yard work, and when you work out in the yard, it's so important because there's so many different uses of equipment. If you hit mulch, a rock, something like that, it could go flying anywhere.
Exactly. And so anytime you're working in the yard, make sure that you're wearing eye protection as you do so, whether you're mowing, edging, blowing leaves, and make sure any bystanders are protected as well.
Okay, now here's one that I like on this list. Opening a champagne bottle.
Well,
as funny as it is, it's true.
It is, and you see in the movies and people popping the cork, and they can dent ceilings, so they can certainly do some damage to the eye. So make sure you hold on to that cork as you pop it off.
Okay, it's something to keep in mind. Talk about how when you're wearing something like this. I know that you have one of these. How important is it to have the side guards? Sunglasses don't really work.
Well, exactly right. The sunglasses are better than nothing, but they don't have the side protection. Something ricochets while you're weed eating and bounces off the side of the building. It could certainly go right past the edge of the sunglasses. So side guards are important.
Okay. Any other tips you guys would offer or anything like that would maybe help people at their house?
Well, just wear eye protection.
Okay.
And you can get those at any hardware store. The ones that they sell at hardware stores tend to be a little cumbersome. The optics aren't very good. If you're into fashion, something like this. This one doesn't have side guards either, but it is a safety frame.
Oh, okay.
These actually can have prescriptions put into them, and they're reasonably fashionable.
I see 90% of eye injuries could be avoided if people wore the proper protection.
That's the key thing, and that's why it's so important to wear safety glasses when you're doing these different projects around the house.
Very interesting. Now, if you do get injured, I was saying don't apply pressure to it, which is what the immediate thing most people do is after you rub it, you do whatever you can.
Certainly don't want to rub.
Okay.
Yeah. Certain things, if you know it's dust, something like that, you could do a quick rinse at home, but basically you want to seek care if you've injured your eye. At Little Rock Eye Clinic, we do take call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all year long. It'll save you quite a long wait in the emergency room if you just give us a call.
All right, sounds good. Great tips this morning. Doctor, thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Hopefully this will be a slow month in the eye injury department.
Indeed.
All right.